This is all very touching, really, but I'm afraid I have to cut this emotional moment short. It's best for everyone if you forget about your friend. The little goddess is mine now. My master may have perished in this age, but in the past he lives yet. I'm taking the girl back through that gate to help me revive the Demon King. You've been so adorably dogged in your quest to get in my way, and as much as it has delighted me, I can no longer tolerate your nipping at my heels.
My dude.
You know, boy, you really pushed me too far. The moment I sweated and bled for is at hand. I didn't even have the time to grind my heel into a worm like you, not now. Stand down. You're in my way, and the sight of your balling hair makes my gorge rise. You've done a fine job of spoiling my plans to revive the Demon King in this age, so I see no point in dawdling here. Past. Oh, the past, so full of possibilities. I shall resurrect him there with the divine soul of this golden-haired girl. Hello everybody, it's Red. Last time, the Triforce vanquished Demise, allowing Zelda to wake up from her slumber. This time, we chase after Ghirahim. In the past, you can see that, yeah, he took Impa by surprise. Oh boy, yeah. And you might remember that back in the Temple of Time, he did not play around. You know, Impa did not stand a chance. She guarded Zelda for however long she could, but yeah, eventually, she just didn't have the power. Save point right there. There's also a stool right over here if you need it. Remember that one, that will be important later. But for now, let's go through the doors. Okay, that is one of the creepiest cutscenes I have ever seen in any game ever. Jeez, look at— oh my gosh, that just freaks me out. Hear me, my hordes! The spell is nearly complete. The Demon King returns. Until then, you will keep that whelp from interfering with my ritual. I don't care if the whole lot of you get lodged on the end of his blade. You will buy me the time I need. Do not fear him. Fear my wrath if you fail me. Ghirahim's horde! Right off the bat, I want to pop this stamina potion because guess what? We're gonna be fighting a bunch of enemies. The true Master Sword has enough power to where it can slide through red bokoblins like butter. It feels awesome! I don't remember if I read this anywhere of him, if I'm just like making things up, but I think that this part right here was the inspiration behind Hyrule Warriors, and I'm sure you can see the resemblance. After traveling enough, Ghirahim is gonna put up a barrier. Oh, such a plot hole. If only he put up barriers in multiple places. Then Link wouldn't be able to do it. Link wouldn't be able to do anything. It's a plot hole, guys. It's a plot hole. So anyway, these bokoblins right here are gonna have a little bit of extra health just because of their hats. You know, armor in the head, that means health. So you actually need a few hits. I don't like just spin attacking them because that's gonna drop them to the ground, and then it's gonna take a little time for them to get up, and so you're basically wasting time. For this second part right here, they're actually carrying bombs. If you wait long enough, they are gonna throw the bombs at you, and yeah, the bombs may explode and kill, you know, friendly bokoblins, but right here, if you position yourself properly, I have never been able to pull this off, but speedrunners, of course, they do it. That one-shooted moblin right there, you can actually vault over him and jump over this thing to completely skip this part. And if you position the bokoblins bombs just right, they will actually kill the moblins. So yeah, those are some fun tricks that you can use in this part. Just fun stuff. But anyway, after killing those 3 moblins, yeah, you're good to go. I have never been able to pull off that skip right there where you just, you know, leap through the thing. Now, these archers right here, if you time your roll properly, you will never get hit by their arrows. Especially because if you're sprinting, they can only really shoot 1 arrow at you. So, yeah, there we go. The stamina potion here helps so much. And if you bring the potion medal, then I just don't have anything to say, you know. There's a really good chance that this might last you until, like, you'll see. This right here is not just a regular blue bokoblin. This is what I like to call a super bokoblin. And it has a ton of health. You cannot use your finishing blow on it. So the best way to take care of it is by using the sacred bow. 2 shots. That simple. Boom. Super bokoblin down. Yeah. And if you listen to these guys' horns, yes, you can steal it with the whip. Let's see. What are you? What are you? Yeah, that's actually the flute call from A Link to the Past. Cool reference right there. These guys are programmed so that they cannot spawn, you know, they cannot drop materials like golden skulls and ornamental skulls and, you know. Yeah, that's just how this part is coded. And I hate fighting Stalfos right here. Okay, this is just so tight, and I really want to make sure that I have as much health as possible. Okay. Oh, here's another heart. Okay, yeah, remember, Stalfos. 1 attack, 1 spin attack, that takes care of them. But because there's so many enemies, you can't really lock onto them, and sometimes hitting them is gonna be kind of hard. So, yeah, there we go. Once you make it to the bottom, Ghirahim is not playing around. Look at that! Once again, the stamina potion coming in extremely handy. Spin attack to your heart's content. Boom! Simple stuff. There we go. And come on, hearts, 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 no hearts. Oh, poop. You're far too quick, boy. I realize a simple child like you knows nothing of magic, but spells like this take time and a steady hand. Can't you wait quite like a good boy? Huh? You petulant brat! You've pushed me too far. I've waited my whole existence for this. This is my moment! You know what? Fine! If you're so intent on hurrying to your grave, I'll be happy to show you the way. This time there will be no heroic escape. I was a fool to toy with you and let you walk away with your life before, but I won't make that mistake again. That I promise! If only I'd put you in your place from the very beginning, show a human a little mercy, and next thing you know, he thinks himself your equal. Given my situation, I had to maintain some semblance of dignity, so I let you run with your life. Twice, even. Such a guilty pleasure. But instead of scurrying away like any creature with a basic instinct to survive, you just kept coming back again and again and again. I've let a mere boy make a fool of me for the last time. You stand before a demon, or should I say a weapon, without mercy. For you, boy, I've prepared the most appropriate and humiliating death. I've even have a pet name for it. I call it the Endless Plunge. First, I will take my time bludgeoning you, and when I grow bored of it, I will drive you to the edge and deliver a last strike to send you falling to your doom. I'll delight in casting your body into the spit and snuffing out the flame of your life. Your broken body will serve as fine sustenance for the Demon King. The Endless Plunge! This is not a very simple thing if you don't know what you're doing. Horizontal slices are your friend. Vertical slices. Horizontal slices will push Ghirahim to the sides. You don't want that. You want to push him to the edge. This is your good old sumo fight. The stamina potion helps a little bit, but not too much. Timing your shield properly is extremely helpful. And once again, the stamina potion shining. Spin attacks. When he puts his hands up like that, he may actually flip you onto the ledge. You know, he might like swap places with you. So, spin attack, that may give you 2 hits. And... no poop. Yeah. That may actually give you 2 hits, and that will make your life a lot easier. You know, just make things a little bit faster. Look at that. Just 2 hits. So, you know, watch your spin attacks, be patient, watch how you're moving. After you do it just enough times... his score is finally revealed. We may get a chance to kill. Phase 2! A stab will always trigger a counterattack. You wanna block that counter. Timing will be tough. After countering... you have to stab. You don't have another option. You have to hit his weak point. He does have Skyward Strikes. Isn't that cool? Yeah, you just saw that he is indeed a weapon. So he's basically the Fi of the bad guys. So there we go. Oh, shoot. Yeah, the timing here can be a little tricky to pull off, especially if you're commentating. But sometimes you may get 1 stab in, sometimes you may get 2 stabs. Sometimes he will teleport behind you and summon those daggers. But as long as you keep stabbing and... okay, as long as you keep stabbing and blocking properly, boom, it should be pretty easy. And please bring the Hylian shield, or at least some rejuvenating potions. For phase 3 of Ghirahim's fight, he brings out the bludgeoning sword. First of all, block his hit. After that, spin attack to win. And watch your directions. You want to break the sword, so spin into the weak point. And stab him in the chest again. This is preposterous. Driven to my knees by a simple child of man, laughable. No matter how many times we clash, I can't prevail. You think I can't defeat you? You think I can't win? Boy! What are you? Never mind that. Victory is still mine to savor. While we fought, the ritual I started continued. At last, it's complete. The Demon King shall devour the soul of the goddess and resurrect in his full glory. Don't you see? It's all over! You and Erkine have lost! This world and everything in it now belongs to darkness! They belong to my master! Welcome back to us, Master.
So, you are the chosen knight of the goddess. Intriguing. The goddess lowered herself to a mortal existence to keep me imprisoned. How pathetic. This bag of flesh pales in comparison to the magnificence of her previous form.
Don't worry, my dude! Rules has got this! My dude, I caught her! She's okay!
So you and that other human would stand before obliteration to aid the goddess, would you? How curious. The humans I've known were weak things, hardly more than insects shivering on the rocks and ready to flee at the mere glimpse of me. When last I walked this world, they did little more than scream and cling to their goddess, mewling and praying, counting on her to protect them. How amusing to think those cowards begot someone like you. You grow more fascinating by the second, human. I never imagined I'd meet one of your kind who wished to stand against me in battle. Very well then, I shall prepare a place for us where we will not be bothered by distractions. If you still have the courage to face me, seek me there.
My dude! It's all on your own! Oh, listen up! Granny had some info for you! Your girl says it'll take time for that greased wad to absorb Zelda's soul completely! If you can take him down before her soul gets all sucked up into that thing, you might still have a chance! I know you can do it. So yeah, you gotta do this. You're all Zelda's god. You've gotta make this happen.
If you fear for your life, do not follow me. You can spend what little time your world has left cowering and crying as befits your kind. But if you truly desire to raise your blade against the world I would build, come for me. I've waited eons to return. I can spare a few more moments to let you decide.
It's up to you now, my dude. The point of no return. Go back to the temple if you feel like you need more hearts. I think I'm good to go, but yeah, remember that stool up there. If you need to go back to the present, or I mean the future from here, you can go through the gate of time. If you have more side quests, you can do them in time. But once you come past this place... Master, my dude, I have important information for you. Once you enter this portal, my analysis indicates a 0% chance that you will be able to return, unless you are able to vanquish your foe. Are you ready to proceed? I'm ready. Understood, Master, my dude. Know that even in the place that lies beyond this portal, I will be with you. And Master, good luck.
Ah, so you've decided to meet your end in battle after all. It pleases me greatly to see such misplaced valor, human. Take a moment to appreciate your surroundings, for where we stand shall serve as your tomb for eternity. The hate for the gods that is boiled in my veins. You will taste all of it in the bite of my blade. The only question left is how long you will manage to remain standing before I take your life. Try to keep it interesting for me, would you? And when you do fall, know that your world and everything in it is mine to dominate, mine to subjugate, mine to rule. When I finish with you, you can take solace in knowing your friends and kin will soon follow as I wipe all who oppose me from the face of this world. It won't be long now. At last, the almighty power I've sought for millennia. I will take the Triforce for my own. And the world shall be under my foot for eternity.
It's time to face off against Demise, the one and only. First of all, as Fi will tell us, this eternal being has conquered time itself. It is the source of all monsters. According to tales passed down through generations, it appears differently in each epoch to each person who lays eyes on it. It is clear that Skyward strikes cannot be called down to your sword because this place is under the magical influence of Demise. Attacks using Skyward strike energy will not be possible here. So the fight against Demise again! Stamina potion! Extremely helpful! Spin attacks will always trigger this double attack from Demise, so make sure you block once and twice. Your items are completely useless, just like they were in Horde and against Ghirahim. So, this is a sword fight! The whole thing about this game, is swordplay, so of course, it's very befitting of the final battle to use swordplay. And I like to use spin attacks here, just because they are the most, what do I want to say? They're the most, they always work, they're the most, I can't remember the word right now, I'm trying to focus on the fight here. And while I will say that with enough practice, this fight can become pretty easy, as you time things properly. Well, it is pretty challenging if you don't know what you're doing. I did bring a health potion plus, so I have 2 drinks, and I did bring a fairy, just in case I can't time the potion properly, you know, if I'm caught off guard while I'm trying to, you know, recover. But demise! Here we go! Yeah! This is a really cool fight, and sometimes it will give you a hard time. He is really good at blocking. Without countering his attacks, you have no real chance of hitting him as you will want to do. So there we go. Once you get the hang of how this fight goes, it shouldn't be too difficult. But it's still insanely fun to play. His sword is now electrified! Don't touch it! But more than that, he can use his own version of a Skyward Strike. Does that give you any ideas? Come on, Link? Anytime? Haha! Summon electricity to stun him. And once again, spin to win. Ow. And yeah, this strategy of like blocking and that kind of thing will still work here. This time, he's gonna deal double damage. Yeah, so he's even more dangerous. If you backflip, you can usually, dodge him no problem. And if you see him raising his sword, if you're fast enough, you can indeed steal his lightning bolt. And there we go. This strategy works again, but the easiest way is still to stun him with the lightning attacks. And this is why I have the fairy, you know, just in case I screw something up. And be really careful when summoning Skyward Strikes, because, well, you might just not have enough time to let them out. So, oh, what? How did I? Oh boy. Okay, I don't know how that happened, but okay. In order to know when you can summon lightning, you have to watch the background. If you see lightning falling in the background, this means you can summon lightning as well. And after dealing enough damage, it's gonna fall to the ground. Fatal blow! Shoot! He escaped again! Ugh! Okay. One more time to do it. And... okay, yeah, you can cancel it out with just another Skyward Strike. No lightning in the background, but now there is. Stun, spin, 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 and fatal blow!
Extraordinary. You stand as a paragon of your kind, human. You fight like no man or demon I have ever known, though this is not the end. My hate never perishes. It is born anew in a cycle with no end. I will rise again. Those like you, those who share the blood of the goddess and the spirit of the hero, they are eternally bound to this curse. An incarnation of my hatred shall ever follow your kind, dooming them to wander a blood-soaked sea of darkness for all time.
have done well, my dude. My dude, thank you. I think it's over. Finally, it's all over. Nice going, you two. You guys were totally amazing in this little adventure I like to call The Legend of Grooves. Just a little joke. Joke or not, your contributions to our effort were heroic. You have my thanks. Oh, well, you know, just glad I could make myself useful. I'm happy things turned out okay. Hey, so, things look pretty sewn up here. What do you say, guys? Ready to head back to our own time? Granny was really worried about you two. We don't want to keep the old girl in suspense too long.
Hylia, Your Grace. Or perhaps you prefer Zelda. It pleases me to know you are safe. Master, I must speak with you. Master, my dude, you have successfully protected the Goddess Reborn and defeated Demise, fulfilling your role as the hero of legend. My purpose here is complete. Therefore, I ask you to dissolve our arrangement as master and servant. Drive the sword into the pedestal before you, and I will return to the sword to enter a sleep without end. Master, you have achieved the purpose you were chosen to fulfill. Please, set the sword in the pedestal and bring the goddess's mission to an end. Now, Master, it is time to conclude our necessary companionship. My dude. My dude, hear me. My purpose was to obey the command of the goddess and lead you, the chosen hero of this land, on your quest. When I first awoke and began this task, I perceived it as merely serving my function as a servant of her grace. However, I have come to consider the information corresponding to our time together among the most precious data I have on record. I do not have the capability to fully understand the human spirit, my dude. But now, at the end of my journey with you, as I prepare to sleep within the Master Sword forever, I experience a feeling I am unable to identify. I lack sufficient data to be sure of my conclusion, but I believe this feeling correlates closest to what your people call happiness. Our partnership is at an end, and even as we speak, I feel my consciousness fading away. Before I enter the sleep that calls me to the sword, I wish to relay to you words that I recorded many times over the course of our journey. Many have said them to you thus far, but I now wish to say them for myself. Thank you, Master, my dude. May we meet again in another life.
What? Impa, why? Come with us! Zelda, your grace, you possess the memories of the goddess. You must understand why that is not possible. I am a being of this age. My place is here. I know that, but... You must return to your own time. I will take care of the gate once you pass through. I can't do that. You and I have been through so much together. I don't want to leave you alone. Please, Impa, come back with us. Zelda, at the command of the goddess, I passed through the gate of time. I did so to protect you and aid the fight to prevent the world's destruction. The last remnants of demise are decaying slowly within the sword. Someone must stay behind to watch over this blade. His spirit must not reawaken. He must never be allowed to threaten the world again. This is the nature of the task given to my tribe. As a member of the Sheikah, the goddess's chosen guardians, I gladly welcome this duty. Duty. Zelda, I shall watch over the Triforce. Its power is too great to leave in the grasp of man. Dependence on its might is an invitation to disaster. When it has served its purpose, it must be secreted away to lie dormant once again, the knowledge of its existence hidden from mortal history. These are the words that Goddess spoke to me long ago. I remember them well, as do you, I'm sure. Do not despair, Zelda. You and I will surely meet again someday. See? I told you we'd meet again. Impa, thank you. Thank you for everything. Skyward Sword! Boy oh boy! I knew from the moment I created this channel, and I started thinking about making videos, that I wanted to make a let's play of this game. I just knew it. It's as simple as that. I already gave my thoughts on the game throughout the entire series, and I don't really want to repeat most of them. I do have some stuff that I didn't really get to say for one reason or another, but all in all, I'm just gonna talk about the project here. Whenever I'm making videos, I like to teach myself something new. And with Pikmin 3, basically I just had fun doing it. I just said, hey, let's do it. I did it. Simple as that. And uploading it whenever I could worked out pretty well. It's a short enough game so where I don't feel pressure to keep going. It doesn't take too long to keep going. But I knew that with Skyward Sword, it's too long of a game for me to just say, hey, I'm gonna upload whenever I can. And so what I did was stagger the episodes a lot more. Today is March 5th. I am recording this ending at March 5th. And this is gonna go up in June? And I don't remember the exact day when this is gonna go up. But yeah, by staggering episodes to one per week, then it just gave me a lot of breathing room with editing and recording and planning things out and practicing and working on other projects like the next LP or, also playing silly games like Animal Crossing, which I love so much. But it just felt really good. I still don't think that this is that great of an upload schedule, but it did work out really well for this project because I just felt so free doing it. There was zero pressure for me to keep putting out episodes. Editing was just so simple because everything about this game was so simple. The biggest reason why I haven't finished Pokemon Yellow yet as of the time of this recording, and I don't even know if I'll finish it by the time this goes up, is because of how long editing takes. I just keep procrastinating, pushing it off because I keep thinking, oh my gosh, so much editing. But just like Pikmin 3, I could just sit down and talk while recording these videos. So it was a pleasure to play Skyward Sword, edit it, and put it up on YouTube. I got to be so creative and so many times. There were a lot of characters where I could, really do some interesting voice acting. And I love voice acting, I love doing voice acting. There were a lot of effects that I could play around. For the first time ever, I actually worked with a little bit of color correcting. Yeah, I could have color corrected each individual area, but that would be more work that I wasn't really feeling like doing, so I just didn't. I just, set up one set of color correcting and then use that for every single video. But I learned a lot in these videos, and that's always my number one objective. Learn and have fun. And I definitely accomplished this with Skyward Sword. Wow, just wow. The fact that this isn't an RPG also makes things a lot easier because I don't really have to, sit down and explain intricate mechanics that are hidden behind the game. So, everything was just so easy to record here. And I loved it. It was just so freeing, so relaxing. Recording Skyward Sword was relaxing in many ways. And I don't know, I just love doing it. I just really love doing it. The upload schedule also helped a lot, and I was able to put out one video per week, no breaks. I don't know if that's gonna happen with the next project. Maybe, maybe not. There is a lot more editing and cutting things out for me to get through. But it's gonna be another interesting thing for me to look into. But yeah, I really love this game. I already said it before. Skyward Sword is one of my favorite games ever. I don't care about motion controls, as I said before, it's all about learning how the controller works and getting used to using it. Again, the example that I gave is that my girlfriend is having a really hard time with camera controls because she doesn't really understand how analog camera works. And so she's having to learn how that works. And when you pick up a Wiimote, you have to take the time to learn how the Wiimote works. So It's the same thing here. I took the time to practice Skyward Sword. I took the time to understand how the Wiimote works. And that allowed me to have fun with this game. Like, there were only a couple moments when the motion controls were kind of frustrating throughout this entire playthrough. And yes, this is my third playthrough of Skyward Sword, so I do have a little bit of experience, and using the Wii MotionPlus with one-to-one sword combat, it takes more getting used to than just, hey, let me flick the Wiimote to spin, like Mario Galaxy. Or, you know, let me point at the TV so I can aim things, like with Twilight Princess for the Wii. So, this was just a really good game. I love everything about this game. From the areas, to the story, to the characters, to the soundtrack, to the dungeons, to the items, the puzzles, everything. I love everything about it. And even though there are like a couple things that I did say that, oh, they could have done this better, or they could have done that better, I understand why they didn't. It's as simple as development was rough. And I really love this game for that, you know? Like, I love it for what it is. I don't dislike it for what it could have been. I just love it for what it is. And that's my favorite way to look at things, you know? Just everything about it. It's one of my favorite origin stories ever. Again, I can't say it enough. I love everything about Skyward Sword. And there we go. This is actually the end, guys. Wow. What a journey. What a journey. So thank you, viewer, for joining me on this. And thank you, Nintendo, for allowing us to experience it all. Look around us! As a child, I always dreamed of a world below. I wanted to see the surface with my own eyes and feel the land's warm breeze on my skin. I think I want to live here. I always want to feel the solid ground beneath my feet, see the clouds above my head, and watch over the Triforce. What about you, my dude? What will you do now? Well, Zelda, I gotta say, I think I want an even more challenging challenge? So next time on The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, the journey begins anew. But this one will not be as much of a cakewalk. See you guys then.